Good afternoon. So, in um, according to the Buddhism, whatever we do, setting up the correct intention is important. Whatever we set up the intention, result will bring that way. Our intention is a negative way. Even your Dharma practice, it will build the negative karma and bring more deeper in the suffering of samsara. So I think everyone, whoever sharing the Dharma, whoever receiving the Dharma, whoever practicing the Dharma, whoever serving for the Dharma, in any angle we serve to the Dharma, we need first things we need a good intention. So have to have good intention. That's no question for that. Positive intention, but that also that positive intention also you can divide few difference. Especially some receive the Dharma for self-interest, self-liberation, self-nirvana, self-benefit. You can do that. That's one intention. But then courageous one or bigger heart one, they receive the teachings for not just only self, receive teachings or engaging in the Dharma for benefit of everyone, especially they want to help other. So that way, the intention is a little bit different. Like, for example, when we take refuge, some take refuge because of the fears. Make sense? Fear of the samsara, fear of the suffering, fear of the continually misery. So they take refuge. So their intention is more like a self-centered. The individual's liberation is important. Then some figure out, one individual liberation is not going to bring the complete liberation. Like especially someone who have a loving kindness, compassion, they cannot take that liberation. Like if your loved one is in misery, suffering, you cannot enjoy in the freedom or somewhere the same place, So you do your best to try to protect them from that danger. So Mahayana, when they take a refuge, intention is a compassion. So there's some part is different, but either way, no matter what, which way the intention, main goal is a liberation. Yeah, self-liberation or everyone's liberation. So main goal is a liberation. For that liberation is only can get from good intention. From the bad intention, we will never get a liberation. Why? Long as you have this bad intention or bad negative emotion, yeah, you couldn't stop yourself engaging non-virtuous action. Even you don't want, you will continue. Lots of time we couldn't stop ourselves engaging from the negative because we couldn't stop our negative emotion. So long as we have this negative emotion, then we will continue engaging whenever we get chance negative action. Long as you engage in negative action, you have no chance to liberations because you cannot avoid consequences of your action. That your action, whatever you took the action, it will come to you. Make sense? You cannot like you know the difference between the karma and reality is reality. Sometimes you forget to return something, yeah, or you forget to take something from someone when you left. But karma will never forget that. No matter how many years goes, it will come back. You know, it never miss also. In the reality, sometimes people get wrong accused. Yeah, some innocent get accused. Karma will never wrong accuse. Directly come that individuals. Make sense? So long as we engage into the, we have a negative emotion, we cannot have chance to liberation. So that reason Buddha, when his teaching was a suffering. Why he talking about the suffering is because if you talk suffering, you pay attention. If you talk something good, you never pay attention. Make sense? I think most of the time, we remember most of things that when difficulty time, yeah, when your time is difficult, you feel like when your life is facing with a difficulty, you feel like time is so long. Yeah, when you're enjoying something, the time feels short. So that way, main point is for the Dharma. Since we practicing Dharma, first thing is we have to have a right intention, right thought. Can you say thought? Right mind. I think that's the first things. So even Kaboba said, if you're not practicing Dharma as according to the Dharma, Dharma can become cause to reborn in the lower one. Make sense? So, at the beginning, anything, not just only talk about the Dharma, we must examine it, or we must check our intention, whatever we do. If we check our intention truly, I think we make less mistake. Lots of time, we never check our intention, and we engage in that rushing. And once we rush there, lots of time it causes to regret. We need intention, and particularly if you really want to practice Vajrayana, intention or motivation of a bodhicitta is the soul. You know, as this morning I mentioned, all the enlightened beings manifesting form Rupakaya, or the Buddha manifests as Rupakaya. They manifest Rupakaya power because of the power of the compassion, power of the bodhicitta. So we need generate bodhicitta. That is the main what called the primary seed about becoming Buddhahood. I think something like that. So this way we must engage in, particularly Vajrayana practice, must engage in to the motivation of bodhicitta. So what is the motivation of a bodhicitta? then kindness. Every kind person is not necessarily Bodhisattva. But all Bodhisattva must have kindness. Because kindness is not necessarily you want to be reach to the ultimate nirvana. You just want to be free from suffering, some degree of. But bodhicitta means that you really wish to be ultimate nirvana. Why you have to reach to the ultimate nirvana? Because only Buddha is the individual who have a complete method to how to liberate sentient beings. We just had this prayer of the teaching request. We just did this.
Start 12.
Yeah. It said, please turn the wheel of the Dharma of the two vehicles and their combination according to the disposition, likewise the mental capacity of sentient beings. I'm sure you heard this one many times said, teacher is like physician. Yeah? You heard this. Teacher is like physician. What is the physician's right?
What do they write?
What they have a right, what they have
right.
authority.
Their medical well-being, their physical body.
Actually, physician have no authority. Physician cannot write whatever he wants or she wants. He cannot do that. Because a physician have to give the medicine according to the patient. Make sense? Like a physician cannot say, oh, you have a headache, but no, today I don't feel like giving headache medicine. I'm going to give you stomach medicine. He cannot say that one. Make sense? So physician have no really full authority. Physician only have to follow to the patient's what need. So that way physician have to know what kind of a disease that patient has. So who can know that is omniscient one's only Buddha. Sometimes people ask me, occasionally, some people ask me, can you be my teacher? 100%, I always said no. Because being teacher is not easy. Really heavy responsibility. You have to be like a doctor who knows everything of the patient's condition. So according to the patient's condition, you have to give the medicine, yeah? Same things teachings, Dharma teachings. If you look at Buddhism, so vast, so many. Sometimes it's like too many things. Make sense? Too many. It doesn't mean that you have to take everything. If you go to the doctor office, the cabinet is full, not doctor office, I'm sorry, pharmacy. Cabinet is full of medicine. It doesn't mean that even no matter how sick you are, it doesn't mean that you have to take all this medicine. You only take what you need. Make sense? So I think that way, a lot of time we say that like teacher is like physician. And we have to see teacher as a right motivation. Is it? We have to see teacher as a physician. So that's just only Buddha can give this kind of a fully prescription to any kind of disease of afflicted emotion. So only Buddha can do. Even the 10th movement Bodhisattva, they are not capable. So that we look at like Manjushri, Mitriya, Vajapani, all of the Shora. They give many teachings. but they give according to the Buddhist instruction. All those teachings, later they receive like a Nagarjuna, Asanga, King Indrabhuti. And immediately they receive teaching from directly those Bodhisattva. But when those Bodhisattva, when they give you teachings, they don't give it according to their knowledge. They give it based on what Buddha taught them. They just repeating what Buddha taught them. Because Buddha is the only who has omniscience who can have a wisdom that can know everything. Make sense? So that reason, if you want to be fully want to help other sentient beings, first is you have to get to become Buddhahood. Then you're capable to perform. Capable to help. Right now, what we help is this like a fisherman throwing the net in the ocean. Sometimes maybe you can catch some fish. Sometimes you're not going to catch anything. You're just hoping to. So when you give me teaching, you're hoping to some people get benefit. And you have no guarantee how your day talk is going to be beneficial. But you're hoping. It's in the Tibetan, it's called throwing the rock in the night. When at night you hear the dog barking, you throw the rock. You have no aiming. You just throw it. Maybe you can hit this, maybe sometime, maybe most of the time not. So similar like that. So that way when we give teachings, also we have to give teaching according to the best on the what Buddha said. You're not going to find any Tibetan master who wrote the commentary, their point not based on Buddha Sutra. They always be when they point, they make it their point. They make it their point.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they make it their point, they have a this.
They refer or cite.
Yeah, refer side from the Buddha Sutra. This is this way because Buddha said they did this from this sutra. You're not going to find any commentary without referring from the Buddha Sutra. So that is showing no matter how you are great, you are without relying on the Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's teachings, your wisdom is not authentic, because that wisdom is a mixture of our conception, our idea. Like some poem, yeah, some poem, they wrote poem based on their feelings. It's not that become that popular. If you wrote the poem based on the society's feeling, and that become more popular. Make sense? So what I'm saying is if you want to be really truly want to help other sentient beings, a loved one, dear one, then the best way to help is first you become Buddhahood. So that is what Bodhicitta means. You want to become a Buddha, so then you can help them. Make sense? So that's what Bodhicitta means. So that way there's a sympathetic care or sympathetic emotion, and Bodhicitta is a little bit different. That way Bodhicitta and compassion is not same. So with this altruistic motivation, then when we receive the teachings, whatever we gain through the Dharma, when you become enlightened, your wisdom becomes spontaneously help sentient beings without your intention. It will help directly. So that reason, when we engaging in the Dharma, hearing, contemplating, meditation, whatever we do, first we have to make a correct intention, correct motivation. And one of the greatest, most powerful motivation is the bodhicitta. They're no greater than bodhicitta. And there's one story. I don't know how much this true the story is, and some of you heard this one taught by Khenchen Rinpoche. In Tibet, one person practiced the yamataka, but the person's practice is not gone correctly. So when the monk died, he became an evil spirit. Why is he evil? Because his mind is not really correct way. So he have a negative tendency, but then he becomes so powerful because he did whole life practice. Make sense? And that power, energy turned into the negative. So then we have ritual of like taming the spirit. And many try to perform that ritual. Because why they have to do is everyone go around that area, people get sick and die. Many people. So many High Lama went, try to perform the taming ritual that tame the spirit, So another like Guru Rinpoche and like Milarepa, how they tame the spirit, like that kind of way too. There's a rituals you can do. So, but couldn't do. Because he was so powerful. Then one monk, simple monk walking toward the road. And that simple monk saw this spirit, form of Yamataka, but really powerful, evil one. One feet is on this mountain, one other feet is on other mountain, and standing on the top of the two mountains. If the monk saw that spirit, the monk immediately come in tears. Really sincerely come tears. Why he come tears? Not because scared. Tears, he see this person did so much practice until he turned into the form of deity. But because of something mistake, that way he become evil spirit. So he have a sympathetic compassion or tears comes, and the spirit come down, said, until now, everybody comes. They only want to be tamed, destroyed, but they couldn't. But only you who care about me. Now, give me the command, give me the order. I will do anything you wish. So that is the power of the love. When you using your what call this authority, your power, yeah. When you try to use the power to try to destroy the enemy, when you destroy one enemy, there will be two. Like if I destroy you, your whole family become my enemy now.
I don't know about that.
Yes, so that's how
Thank
it
you.
increase. Make sense? But when you tame through the compassion, not just only you, all your family become my friend. So this reason how powerful the compassion is, how powerful bodhicitta is. So with this set of the mind, whatever we do, even just recite the Om Mani Padme Hum, it becomes really powerful. Make sense? Yeah. So that reason when Cheresi, he received the compassion mantra from the Tathagata Dham sound, the great compassion mantra. When he recite, he jumped from the first bhumi to 8th bhumi. He had quick to reach to the 8th bhumi. We recite lots of times. We recite, we never jump anywhere because our intentions is not strong enough. our bodhicitta is weak. Our compassion is really kind of like a bias, occasional. So that way, even we recite those kind of powerful mantra, it doesn't work. Make sense? So I think first we have to set up our good intention or motivation, our bodhicitta. Then tantra becomes really powerful, great beneficial. Otherwise, wisdom alone cannot become guarantee of liberation. You can have a great wisdom, still you have a good chance to become evil. Like I think Khenchen Rinpoche said one time, all those world leaders, evil one, historically, they are not the dumb one. They are really smart people. People make those weapons, really dangerous weapons. People do all those evil things. They are really smart. They are really calculated. Yeah. They not become that kind of successful what called accidentally. How to say this?
Mistakenly or by mistake? Accidentally works.
Yeah, they become that powerful and successful with a calculated. That's their intelligence. They have that intelligence. But still they become a really evil. Reason is a lack of compassion. So even we gain the wisdom from the Dharma, if we don't have compassion, the ground of a steady mind, then that wisdom can become negative. Make sense? Like lots of people use the black magic. The black magic they gain through the practice and not become free. But because of their wrong intention, they can use negative way. Make sense? So we should, every time we should listen, contemplate, meditate, whatever we do the Dharma with this kind of altruistic motivation of bodhicitta. And today we go through this text called the Chakrasamvara. It's called exceedingly consists the dana of the Chakrasamvara of the 5 deity called order illumination of the numerous essence. Yeah. So we have seen. Oh, sorry. Can you pass the text?
I don't know whose text it is.
Sorry. You don't have the text. 얘기를 생각해.
This yellow one is
말해
not
the text 하래. text 하래.
This is okay. What I've been sharing with everyone is the Tumo PDF.
Yeah. It's coming. What?
Okay.
It's coming. Be patient. Same text.
Okay.
So they added on this text a few additional texts. So one of this is called, you have here called the Tumosumze. And in the text, it said that 3-layered protection spear of the Tumo is to be visualized as a follow. Yeah, you have that one. This teaching is a Jidesumgun's profound teachings, this practice from the Jidesumgun's profound teaching, really good willow protection. You can daily use this one as a protecting from any kind of a harm, human, non-human, spirit, This is just only short text, really small text. You can use separately. So how you meditate is first visualize almost Subhashita Savatama Subhashita. In the Vajrayana, when you practicing, always it be union of the wisdom and the method. Or another way said, generation stage and the completion stage always be together. They never separated. So this practice is part of the generation stage, but start with the completion stage. That is the Subhashita, Savatama Subhashita. This is the ultimate nature of the completion stage. Completion stage without the sign, like we call the Mahamudra, we call the Dzogchen, we call the way. All the ultimate nature is in this. Should mean the pure. You said Subhava should. Subhava should mean naturally pure, not someone purified. So phenomena are naturally pure. Nature of phenomena is beautiful, but we make artificial. We make pollution. Make sense? So that way, Subhava Shuddha means that naturally pure. Sarva Dharma means that all the phenomena. Subhava Shuddha Aham. Subhava Shuddha means that nature is pure. Aham means that I am that nature. I am inseparable of this pure nature. So this is a some of you maybe knew they don't know what to talk about, but this is called the completion state, but the Mahamudra. We will go later on that, but this is that is the completion state without sign. This is this one. So within this, then we practicing generosity, generating ourselves as a deity within the empty nature. Make sense? So that is the difference between the Sudra and Tantra. In the Tantra, always be yes. Then said from within the ongoing state of the emptiness, the entire universe arising free from the any kind of reference as the form of the noble, great, and compassionate one. And he is the white. A white complexion, has one face and forearm. The palm of the main two hands are joined at the heart, and two other hands hold the lotus and mala. He is adorned with the precious ornament and the jewel sit in the Vajra posture. So they have a three layering of protection. The first outer layering. So like this our planet. This planet is visualizing as a jealousy. Whole world become a jealousy. White in color, forearm. So just visualize it all. I think best way is you just say whole universe, whole this whole planet. How to say this? Yeah, this world is becoming jealousy. Okay, so then to recite this mantra, compassion mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, really powerful. And especially if you have an eyesight problem, you must recite this more. Really good. Om Mani Padme Hum. It really helps your eyesight become better. And I think these days most people have eye problem because of the computer and phone.
Or maybe old age people.
I think just mostly it's a phone. 2 years ago, I went to Germany on the mountain, Swiss Alps. 1 week, no phone, no TV, nothing. When I come down, I don't need glass to read. Really, just 1 week, no phone. Huge difference. So either way, so if you have so it's a Oman payment was really powerful. And I mean, there's a lots of way to describe. And so also essence of the compassion. So it helped. Not just only you, like Pema Sambhava said, in the daytime, visualize the Avalokiteshvara and recite the 6-syllable mantra, it will benefit all mother century beings by the recitation. So this is good protection. There's above the Genesis heart center appears the king of the wrath, protector of the Ajala, blue in the complexion, like the flax flower, with his right hand as he British as a sword, and with his left hold the lasso, and the threatening gesture, stating on the sun disk, is overpowered with the splendor of the four Mara beneath his right foot, a sole of the left leg knee. So this is the wrathful King Ajala, king of the wrath. What called Ajala, Ratu Ajala. So visualizing now the universe of the world is like a Chinesi. At the heart of the Chinesi, as the king is Ajala Ratu, like a heart of the our planet, our house. Your house is in that heart center. Wherever you stay, that is the center. Heart being the center. Yeah. So like most of American think that America is the center of the planet. Most of Indian think that India is the center of the planet. So what is goal? So wherever you stay, that is the center. Make sense? So the heart is not talking about the just heart as this one. The center of, make sense? So meditate in the center of the Avalokiteshvara's heart of the Avalokiteshvara in Achala, Ratu. They recite this Om Beza Chanta Maharokana Hum pairs 100 times. Ajala's heart, standing on the lotus and sun at the Dharma source, my body, spirit, the Vajravarahi, with the two face and the red complexion, with my two hands hold curved blade, skull and skull cup, and the katanga with my right leg bent. Left one is extended. I assume of the dancing pose and to recite this mantra. So you become Vajravarahi. Make sense? So like our world is out of the shora. Our world is become out of the shora. Your house is become a Ajala, and you become Vajravarahi.
Are Vajravarahi and Vajrayogi the same person?
Oh, a little bit different. Vajravarahi have two faces. The south face. You know, in if you read the Tibetan text, why the south? The many times said south as a symbol of Dharmakaya. You are free from discrimination. But you know, Kemal called me as there's some kind of Greek mythology or something called here.
Greek mythology.
Yeah, and in there they believe the sow as a symbol of female power. So I like that actually.
Also Hindus, same.
Really? Oh. So see, either way, so she have two faces. That's different. But Yogini is only one face.
Well, when we say the Chala mantra, what kind of, I like to kind of think of like something's happening, or is it like taking away negativity? Because first one's kind of love and compassion, the Chala is powerful, so is it like taking away my, in the world's negative, universe's negativity?
I think you can see it this way. jealousy and ajala is like two parent, one big good cop, one bad cop.
Like, you don't do that.
Yeah,
Okay,
All Radful is like that,
yeah, okay,
because we're not listening easily.
Yeah.
So then sometimes you have to show the top side. So all Radful is, they manifest Radful because of the compassion. I think you can sense any parent doesn't want to become a really bad. For the, I mean, bad mean that kind of like wrathful, their children. But then sometimes they have to. Because of the too much care, too much compassion. So there's one, I saw one Indian movie. Father comes to son, he hit one, what
Wow.
And later son asked, why you slept? He said, because my sleep saved your life. Otherwise you will, they can kill you. Makes sense? Sometimes need wrath to protect us. So I think that way these two are like this.
Yeah, a lot of us grew up to a mantra that said, wait till your father comes home.
Yeah, so I think wrathful is actually particularly, only come from the compassion side. So, yeah, so these three, then when you recite this Vajavarahi's mantra, this mantra have both essence and very essence mantra together, the Vajavarahi. So that was it. This was written by Lord Jidasundar. He's really like a profound collection of the teachings, some of those practices he mentioned. So this is a, you can do like every day. It's really good to take. And some people in the West is less, but in the Asian have lots of spirit, harming. What call this? Yeah.
Yeah, spirit harm, spirit
Yeah.
possession, attachment.
Possession, and that kind of situation, you should practice this one. It really helps you to protect from any kind of harms comes toward you. These three, even
So is wrathful recommended for discipline if you want to exercise more discipline in your practice?
yes, basically it's every wrathful expression, wrathful description said when cannot attain by the peacefully, they manifest as a form of wrathful. So only benefit of sentient beings, they manifest as wrathful. Make sense? Yeah, so this is just according to the, we talk about according to the disposition, the mental capacity. Then sometimes they have to manifest as wrathful. So a lot of those wrathful deity are actually manifest from the peaceful like Manjushri, Avalokiteshvara, and many of the manifest as wrathful form too. So yeah,
Temple is the Achala mantra is not entirely phonetic. Would that be Chanda Lokshana?
yeah, gender. I think gender.
It's not
Yeah,
Chanda. because
Chanda
it's not-
Mahadosana.
it reads as Chanda. Although the
Chandra
diacritical mark
means
of the D
full.
And the S has a diacritical mark, which most of us would only guess at.
That this is one big problem for the Tibetan. We don't know 80% of the meaning of the mantra. Really, that's
But we pronounce them the Tibetan way, so.
yeah, I know.
So is it Chanda, not Kanda, as written?
Tibetan we call the
And
Zenta, but it's not correct translation.
It's
Correct pronunciation.
Chandra.
Chandra. Actually, it's Chandra, yeah?
Yeah, Chandra means full,
Yeah,
complete.
like full moon.
And the diacritical mark underneath the S suggests that should be SH.
Okay.
Is that right?
I don't know.
How we pronounce that one, Roshana. or
Rakshana. just like that.
Some say Roxana, we say Rokana. So this is a big problem.
The Sanskrit would be
But I mean, you know, in India, people pray to the Amitabha by pronunciation of the Amitabha, yeah, like including Tibet.
Mhm.
And in many Chinese, they don't say that pronunciation. They say Amitabha.
Amitabha, yeah.
Yeah, Amitabha, Amitabha, Namo Amitabha, Namo Amitabha. But when it comes to the Vietnam, even they don't say that one. Aidavat. But millions people benefit by reciting that mantra. Doesn't matter how you recite. As long as you recite with a confidence, we recite with a devotion, we recite with a faith, I think anything work. But your answer is I really don't know exactly pronunciation this word.
That's good enough. It's
Yeah.
just the diacritical marks, but to take another example,
Yeah,
there's a D under dakini. I don't think any American would know, except a scholar, what the diacritical mark under the D means as to how one should pronounce that.
okay, I just follow with the chemo, whatever you know.
Like he,
I mean, it's dakini, we assume.
how else would you say it?
Yeah, they've added a diacritical mark that means something to someone.
Yeah.
But
Somebody-
not to me.
Somebody from Bhutan, he was reading those mantra like a 100 syllable and the other mantra. When he read, it almost like a spoken. You know, Hindi or a Sanskrit language, just talking. It not sounds like we recite the mantra. But then when you recite the mantra, our way of reciting is a totally different way. So that I think definitely we have a wrong pronunciation many times. It changed. I mean, English, look, from the British to come here, how much change? England to here, I mean, you know how to pronounce. And people, when their language trouble, it changed pronunciation. So I think I had this conversation with my friend. What's the most important in the mantra? You know, sound, shape, or yeah, meaning. So conclusion in our conversation is that if we have to go with the sounds, the mantra with the sound, non-Tibetan said correct pronunciation.
So wasn't there a story about the Dalai Lama saw a guy walking out?
Yeah, there's one story.
There
Yes,
was no
yeah.
water.
And if we go to the shape, when they translate from the Sanskrit to Tibetan, all that change. Make sense? We no longer use the Sanskrit. Kalkit?
Durangari.
Huh?
Durangari was the early.
Character.
Characters.
Yeah, so we don't use that one, we use the Tibetan.
Yeah.
He said, so I think the most important is faith and meaning. So I'm sorry, but I feel round, but the direct answer is, I don't know. So this is a really short practice, but really good to protection, because I think Dharma practitioner need this kind of protection. When you sincerely practice Dharma, there are many evil harm will come. Like you saw the Radha Ajala under his leg foot, pressing down the 4 maras. So 4 maras mean to talk about the powerful being in the samsara. Because when they gain power, they turn to the samsara, to the evil. Make sense? So by taming them, then all the rest of samsara can become more peaceful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what are the examples of powerful form Mars? Example like what?
So one thing is I can say is that long as you are in the samsara, your mind is not pure. Yeah. So even you have intention to want to do something good, but when you get the power, you become the same as the before one. So that is a lots of worldly beings, really powerful. Then they become later slowly evil. Because they have to maintain their power. How do they maintain their power? Is by becoming evil. Look at the communist leaders. Their intention is really good. That's why the Lama said, I'm halfway to the communists. Their what called idea is really good. But then once they get to that position, they have to maintain. Then with their maintain of their power, they do all those evil acts. Make sense? So that is how so we say there's like a some point saying it's a wall is a powerful being like Shiva, Vishnu, Brahma, Indra. When they controlling, then Buddha have to manifest as a Chakrasamvara to tame them. So that way, rest of the century being follow to the right path. I mean that's according to the Buddhism. Yes.
What I heard once, and I think it might even have been you who said it, that the beginner should really do the long practice because it's more detailed, and that the short practice was more designed for the advanced practitioner.
Yeah.
But my question is, in the modern times, we have access to a lot of commentary. So does some of that commentary make up for the deficit that one would receive for doing the short practice?
I think it can help. Yeah, in the short, concise,
Concise.
can bring the true full meaning. If you learn the commentary. Make sense?
Some of the time, these very long practices with many sections of karma offerings and, for example, guru lineage of gurus, the prayer and the praise of the deity. The practice becomes so long and so complicated. That just personal experience, I'm not sure that's helpful. For someone who's sitting at home and, for example, me, and you have to switch over between practice, daily life, practice, daily life. I don't know, I just.
Yeah, so that way, like person like you, I can use the concise one. People have no time. I think it's yes. The long sadhana is really complicated at the beginning.
Yes.
At the beginning, but once you familiar, and it makes you really clear, and it's not that complicated actually. So you have to get into there. Then once you get in there, I think it's not that difficult. So it's just getting there is a little bit okay. We'll go back to there. So then this one is said, samadhi empowerment ritual
Extracted,
ex
exceedingly.
no, just read this text.
Okay.
Second one.
We
After
don't
the-
have that exact
Oh,
language. We have samadhi empowerment from Kyuka Rinpoche, Jigten Sumden, profound dharma.
okay, that one. So we have different. This is also have a complete Guru Yoga in this. First is you visualizing the bodhicitta, the five path, all here. So our text is not same, yeah. Lama did Tibet.
You kept saying they're not the same.
Should we be using the five-fold pen, the five-fold pen?
This short practice have a complete five path.
Oh, we don't have to do that so quickly?
No, I mean, I'm saying it's just even this short one. If you can do the. Yeah,
You're on page 3.
like I said, so this Samadhi empowerment taught by Yoga Sungans, special form Dharma of the consists of the three parts, the preliminary, actually practice, and the conclusion. First, assume as a prepared posture on your meditation seat. This is a uh, uh, many time when we learn in meditation, it's a you have to learn how to sit the posture because right now our body and mind not really separated. I'm not saying they are one, like scientists say brain is about mind, not that way, but they are not really separated. Makes sense? So whatever body react, mind feel that way. Whatever mind feel, body react that way. So that reason for the beginner practitioner, body posture, support of the body is a necessity. Beginner, but once you figure out how to, work with your mind, the body doesn't matter what you do. You can separate. Makes sense? Right now we cannot. So that reason support of the body is a necessity. Why? Because how we function in our body and mind is body is inside the body there's two, flesh and bone. Yeah. Bone not necessarily have the nerve, but flesh is full of nerve. Actually, I think scientists even they said everything's nerve. Yeah. It's a nerve. Those nerves, some are empty, some with full of blood, liquid, yeah. But there are so many of them empty. What happened is that all those empty nerves flew the air. Yeah, flow the air in the empty nerve. Wherever air is flow, conscious have access. Make sense? So like if you cut your skin, then that part of the skin later it become a dead skin because the flow is not continue. Then without the pain you can remove because the conscious not have no more access. Now when our nerve problem, then you don't feel leg because the conscious the nerves are blocked. Air flowing is a block. Makes sense? So this ear, nerve, mind is a function together. Wherever air goes in the body, your mind can feel. So this reason, right now, our body posture is a necessity for the mind bring into the meditation. And a little bit detailed one is we will talk during the Mahamudra teachings, but mainly how to learn in the posture of body like sitting straight, especially the spine. I think from those 7 postures, most important are 3: straight spine, eye gaze low, and shoulder open. When your spine is straight, what happens is your all the nerve channel becomes straight. When channel is straight, air flow really slow, and mind become calm. One is that. 2, I must gaze to the front. But for the beginner meditation, like a Mahamudra practitioner, they eye gaze in the sky. There are many things. There's other things. But a beginner practitioner never gets an eye anywhere else because I bring to the conception. I since I faculty, yeah, I faculty, wind, mind work together. So when you look the eye, you see the form, and easily mind goes there. So the reason my eye gaze in the like one year front, just only front. So that way you have less access of a view. Less access of a view can help mind become less conceptual. So eyes kind of gazing down and shoulder open. Shoulder open, I think it really help. Less stress. Even you have just, you're not meditating, when you feel so stressed, just sit and shoulder open a little bit, it release you. So I think those three from the seven posture, those three are kind of key for physical posture. Then sitting is it either ways you sit as a leg cross or you sit as a chair. I think not much different. But so those are then here said I will practice the yoga of the fourfold empowerment so that all mother sentient beings as limitless as space may have happiness free from suffering and attain the state of the Buddhahood. So here talk about the yoga of the fourfold empowerment, see, receiving the full empowerment, which is come later. So this is bodhicitta, preliminary practice. From the fivefold path of the Mahamudra, this is the bodhicitta. Then said the appearance of the Yidam deity as the called the second from the fivefold path of Mahamudra. Second is Yidam. Yidam means that you transform into the deity as a Buddha. So Yidam. Then third one is Guru Yoga. So this is the Guru Yoga. Before being at the level of the pointed between the eyebrow on the seat of the lotus, sun and moon and the fine silk is the my root Guru. Vajradhara is the form of the transcendent concrete of Hiruka. So Hiruka means the program of the Chakrasamvara. Holding the Vajra bill and together with the mother of Vajravarahi who hold the poop knife and the skull cup. They, Yab and Yung, are adorned with the bone, precious jewel, and silk scarves. So, Chakrasamvara, Chakrasamvara is the only bone ornament. I think Vajravarahi on the crown, there's a jewel ornament. Other than that, there's no other bone or jewel ornament. Both of them adorned by the bone ornament. Only Vajravarahi on the the crown, there's a 5 skull cup. On the 5 skull cup, top of the 5 skull cup, they have a jewel ornament. Only there's a jewel ornament on this particular. So other than that, all the bone ornament. With the one leg extended and other bent, they extend the Kalaratri in the Brahava with the all inspiring the posture as a 9 experience, and that they are present, overwhelmed with the radiant and the light.
So Campbell, now how do you, Bhairava is generally seen as Shiva and Kalaratri as Parvati. Is that how you translate that or not? How do you translate that? Those words? What do you see when you vision?
Shiva and yeah, that's there.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's one story. One Duba Pemaka wrote this one Indian Mahasiddha's life story. He was the Chakrasamvara practitioner. So he carrying his Thanga with him, and he went to South India. And one town is a fully follower of the Shiva. So they were really upset. They got really upset. They just said, you really disrespect for our deity, put under your deity. This is really awful and this is wrong, you know. And he said, okay, no problem. Just tonight you draw painting. You know, Kalaratri and Brahava standing on the Chakrasamvara and the Varahi. So rolled this painting and then they left. Tomorrow morning when they review, they came back to the other way. Their story. I don't know how much authentic, but I mean, most of this, you know, they don't have lying reasons. You know, so yes, that's conflict is happening in India many times because they are in, you know, mixture between the Buddhism and Hindus together. So in a way, so this is not talking about a particular, you know, that like a deity, what they believe. This is talking about the attachment and aversion. The symbol of attachment and aversion as a to the seat, Birova and the Kalaradri. As a attachment and aversion. So they pressing down our this emotion. You know, sitting on that. Yes, I dedicated the virtue, even though delight, accumulation, the prostration, offering, compassion, rejoicing, requesting, and supplicating toward to the great, complete enlightenment of the all. So this is a sudden name offering. Then supplication to the Guru. Guru, great Vajradhara, please grant me the empowerment. So this is Guru supplication. So after the Guru supplication, then you receive the full empowerment. This is this morning I mentioned, there's called the path empowerment. This is the path empowerment that you receive from the Guru. Said, white light radiate from the Urna here between the eye of the Guru, Yamyung, and dissolve into the point between my eyes. And obscuration of my body are cleansing, and I receive the supreme vast empowerment. My body become the form of the all the Buddha, empty appearance, and the mandala of the deity. So here, white light as a symbol of the body. Reason is in our whole body. Essence of the body is there's white bindu. That white bindu is located in this eyebrow, directly from this eyebrow in the crown chakra, located there. That is the whole essence of the body. It's a white bindu. That way, from the forehead of the Guru's light radiate the white light and dissolve to our forehead, purify our body. Okay. Then said. Glory rosy light, rosy light from the place of the union of the Guru and Yamyung and dissolve into my throat. As the obscuration of the speech are cleansing, and I receive the supreme sacred empowerment, my speech become the speech of all the Buddha, empty sound and nature of the mantra. So this now sacred empowerment. This is like talking about the Anuyuga Tantric empowerment. You know, Anuyuga Tantric sacred empowerment is directly received from the nectar from the union of the Guru. So that is no one performed right now. This is a true ball, can say. This is lots of people cannot understand. Yeah, it's not easy to get that part, that point, you know. So, but you can visualize it. You can visualize it. This is received from the so that way, and that nectar, which is actually this morning's empowerment also similar that way. So that nectar purifying your speech when you receive that. Yeah. Yes.
This for empowerment, what are those?
So for body, speech, mind, and fourth empowerment. So first is you receive the body empowerment. So you can call the vast empowerment, or you can call the body empowerment. So white light. And speech empowerment, or you can call sacred empowerment. So you receive the right light and then purify your speech. That is with on there. So that is again empowerment. And that's a blue light radiate from the heart, knob of the Guru Yagum, and dissolve into my heart. So heart knob, this one. I think this is it's called in the eight lucky sign, you see one continuing one. Yeah. Huh? It's called infinity sign?
Infinity.
Looks like a sideways eight.
Huh?
Infinity knot.
Infinity nine, also there's some other word they use.
Endless knot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
endless
you
knot.
talking about the one that's to your right on your throne?
Yeah, this one. Oh, endless knot. I think this is also same talking about the swastika. Some Buddha have swastika, like Chinese and they have swastika. So this is like an endless knot. It's a symbol of enlightened mind. It's always it never kind of like a stop. Our capacity is a stop, have a measurement. So endless. So this is a third way. Let's talk about from the heart. Blue light and may speak. I had a knob, and you're immune to go into my heart. The obscuration of the mind are cleansed, and I received the supreme third empowerment, which is called wisdom empowerment. And realize the nature of the mind of all the Buddha, free from all the bound of the arising, ceasing, and abidings. The Guru Yavyu melt into light, and which is dissolved into my crown, and purify the grasping at the three folds, the subtle obscurations. And I received a fourth empowerment, realizing within the state of the equanimity of the body, speech, and mind, all the Buddhas. So, okay, after this empowerment, they just said the same sense, vast, spontaneous, present, abiding within the unfabricated primordial wisdom of Mahamudra. This is the fourth one, Mahamudra. So we had a we had a Bodhicitta, we had a Idam Deity, we had a Guru Yoga, we had a Mahamudra. From the fivefold path of the Mahamudra. Then last one is a dedication. Is by this virtue may I and all other beings swiftly accomplishing the glorious Guru and establishing all sentient being without the exception and in this state is the dedication. So this fivefold path of Mahamudra is complete within this short text. And when Jidusumbu was young from the Pamutuba, he received the Mahamudra teachings. And he said, now on, I don't need any teaching. I just only want to focus on this. I only want to meditate on the Mahamudra. Like some people these days have, I only want to meditate. I don't need method. That they don't want other things learn. So he had this attitude, Jidasumba. Then Pamutuba said, if you really want, then you have to do every 4 sessions, 100 prostration, 100 offering, 100 mandala offering, 100 Guru Yoga. There are many lists he gave. Then that list is overwhelmed him. He couldn't follow that one because it's too much. So then later, Jidasumba Pamutuba, he guided him to just said, from now until complete enlightenment, these 5 subjects never be separated, always be. So then later in the Gongji, Jidasumba said, all the stage of the path within the one session is really profound. So this 5 talk about. Every session you do in the Vajrayana, no matter what you do, you need these 5 sessions. bodhicitta, deity, guru yoga, mahamudra, and dedications. Why you need a bodhicitta? Without the bodhicitta, your practice, as earlier mentioned, it not become a path to the Buddha. There no way without the bodhicitta, no matter what you do. Like one time when Adisha was in Tibet, he heard this news from India. One of his disciples who practiced the Anuyuga Tantra, he just become arhat from that practice. So when you have no bodhicitta, even you practice the Anuyuga Tantra, highest realization is gain to the arhatship. Make sense? So no one can become a Buddhahood without a bodhicitta. So first, have to have a bodhicitta. Then Yidam deity. It's a Yidam deity is as a your own actually through the Yidam deity, you have the symbolic wisdom. Like a Tumu meditation, generation state, complete state, those are part of that symbolic wisdom. Without that symbolic wisdom, you cannot get the actual wisdom of a Mahamudra. So you need the Yidam deity, transform to the Yidam. Then why you need the Guru? Guru supplication is in the Tibetan we call the bonheur of meditation. Bonheur means, how to say in the English? In the meaning is to talk about when you have a difficulty, removing that difficulty, overcoming from the obstacles. Is the Guru Yogas. So when you have difficulty to meditate, any form of meditation, when you have a difficulty, best way to solution is to do the Guru supplication. Include the Kamabhati meditation. When you have a difficulty to meditate on the Kamabhati, now lots of people do the Kamabhati meditation. When you have a really difficult, you need a Guru supplication. So Guru supplication is a Gongi Ponde. I don't know how to say this in English. Dispel them. Yeah, like when you have a problem with the hand, a problem with the meditation.
To clarify it.
Clears way.
Yeah, it clears way of all your hindrancy on the meditation through the Guru Yoga.
When you're doing the purification part, I like to kind of think about what I'm purifying with my body. Sometimes it's gross things, sometimes I'm just holding on to my body as a natural thing, it's spiritual. Are you thinking like the 4 powers when you're doing that, or just general?
So this is a pointy as a here, you receive at the forehead.
Right,
Reason is because essence of the body is here, or the white we do. It doesn't mean the purify only here.
right.
It's talking about the generally whole body. Yeah. Then why is the speech here? Because our speech is produced from here. Throat is the source of the speech. So speech doesn't mean the only clean the throat.
Yeah, I mean, is it like contemplate the negativities within those?
Yes, negative like bodily 3,
Right,
speech 4, mind 3.
right. So think about those and
Yeah.
then purify.
Yeah. So whatever created from the body, killing, sexual misconduct, stealing, any of those negative karma, in the, whatever we have a negative karma, and purifying by this washing by the light, you can visualize it. Yeah. Then speech as the same way. There's lying, idle talk, harsh word, and divisive speech. Then mentally, what called covetousness, harmful thought, and wrong view. Those are, what are they?
Mental, the 10 non-virtues.
3 poison.
Yeah, the poisons.
Covetousness is an attachment. Harmful thought is an aversion. Wrong view is ignorance.
Doesn't it also go from the most gross to the most subtle?
Yeah, so this is the gross part. Then the fourth empowerment. Fourth is all the guru melt to the light it deserve to you. When deserve to you, then purify all your subtle obscurations. Subtle obscurations are not divided on the body, speech, mind. Just that subtle obscuration. This is not necessarily can be when come to the subtle, then you cannot distinguish him. This is negative from the body, this is from the mind, this is from the speech. Make sense? And it's become like kind of like common, subtle one. So that way, purify all the subtle one is for you.
Is it at the navel? The shuttle?
You can add, yeah, navel is that way. Yeah. So because it's saying body, speech, and mind, navel, you can that is visualize. I think in the Vajrayana, navel area is important to because that help our wind element enter into the central channel through the navel, joint. So only that one, that way, maybe meditation on the hand posture of meditation do the forefinger below navel is, I think maybe have to do something like that.
Tempo,
Yeah,
with practicing all those things. It depends on the karma that you can attain that overnight or a year or lifetime.
so is the you can use as a name of the karma, or you can use as a what called the say this. Like something that you have done before or you haven't done. There's a word, but it's not coming out. So like some people who have done many lifetimes, the practice, in this life, it for them much easier. Attainment, purification, anything is much easier. Some people, they're not really familiar from the past, so this life a little bit harder. You can tell this one is like when you observe to the student in the school. Every student have their own way of intelligent. Some are really good with the math, some are really good with the science, some are really good with the language. And some are really good with everything. Some are really none of the good. Makes sense? So that is a different, it's come because of the
Disposition.
of the many past lives influences. How much you have influencing from the past, that much easier in this life.
Predisposition.
Yeah, predisposition. According to the predisposition, then it's easy or hard, it's different. So that way, some people, it's like just show the sign, they reach truth. Like a king in the Buddha. When he received the empowerment, he totally liberated. He received empowerment from the Buddha, received empowerment and liberate at the same time. So some have like that. Some people don't need to show the detail, really easy to catch. Some have to explain it again and again, and they couldn't get that one. And said, yeah, so I think this is that's different may come because of the past lives, how much you have a support from the past. I had one friend when I was little. He's the one is the dumbest when it is memorizing the text. But when do other things like handy job,
Yeah.
he's the smartest. So I think that way is whatever you have a more influencing from the past that make the difference. Yeah, but we cannot just say, oh, karma, because this is a lots of time in the Buddhism, we just, I don't know how to say, excuses on the karma or just, karma, oh, karma.
Just the words
Yeah.
around, you know,
So-
sounds good. That's
As
it.
Kendra was said, he said, you know how to create the karma, you know how to clean the karma too. Yeah. Karma, all the karma. So I think, karma, what are we, that's one of the best teaching of the Buddhists, I think can say. But sometimes we misunderstand. In the last Tibetan had this issue. Like they act like they are scientific. I cannot do anything. This is karma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes you think that-
karma has fate.
Yeah, like that way. Like you cannot do anything. Of course, you can change anything. If you want, if you put the effort, but it's not come free.
Free karma. Sounds like a name for a band. That could be my next band, Free Karma.
Free karma is who is the free karma? The Buddha. Yeah. There's no debt. No karmic creditor.
Creditor.
Yeah, there's no karmic creditor come behind him. So that way he's a truly free karma.
That would be karma free.
Karma free, okay. This is different, yeah, free karma and karma free. Free karma means that without effort, you get the karma.
That's
Probably not gonna be the karma you want.
free,
Oh,
Huh?
Karma free.
Karma free. I like free karma.
free karma. Okay, so actually, Sadhana, see, you can look the page 10. And there's how to do the Vajra and bell blessings. You can learn later with the Lama Rinzin. So actually, sadhana start from here. Short sadhana of the 5 deity of the Chakrasamvara called the illuminating the innermost heart. Yeah. And said the Namu Gurus, a yogi who wish to be practiced. So here, yogi is not necessarily talking about somebody, like a lay person. Here, yogi means that talking about somebody who want to practice the union of the wisdom and method. Nature, Tibetan called the nature. Nirma means the ultimate nature. Yeah, I think you can say ultimate nature.
Mhm.
Shunyi Nemeta. Shunyi Nemeta is the true nature of the suchness. Can say something like that. So that is it. When you have a richness of a wisdom on the true nature of suchness, that is described of the meaning of the yogi. Shunyi Nemeta la joba ishikeva nature. Makes sense? So it's not talking about that just only because of these days when people talk yogi, it's always a thing in the non-monk practitioner. Yeah. One of the greatest yogi in India is Nagarjuna. He was fully monk. One of the greatest yogi in Tibet, one of those also, Boba. He was a fully monk, pure monk. So it's not necessarily you have to change to the white cloth to become a yogi. Make sense? So it's not talking about that. So yogi means that somebody have a richness of the ultimate nature. somebody have richness of the suchness or Mahamudra or whatever, and so those person who practice, they can get this one. That was a yogi who wish to be practicing the sadhana of the 5 deities. So 5 deities mean the Chakrasamvara and the 4 Dakinis. Chakrasamvara should set up outer and inner offering. Outer and inner offering and the torma and feast substance. Before,
Talk a little bit about Torma, because I think,
yeah, I will talk.
Yeah.
So before the image of the deity, and arrange the inner offering. Vajra, bell, and damaru, and a drum, and set on the cushion, sir. So here, outer offering, see, we have like a, you can see water, flower, incense, those are called the outer offerings. Then inner offering is we have a kapala with a nectar. Basically, it's a kind of alcohol. So that's the talk about the inner offerings. Then torma is a food offering made with a edible barley. In Tibet, we make the barley flour. So I'm not sure how much useful make it torma from the plato for the offering part. Yeah.
sometimes Amasana,
Unless you are really powerful practitioner, you can transform Play-Doh as a food. So other than that, I don't know. For me, I think this is, if you don't have a truly, good torma, just buy the cupcake.
Play-Doh is
I can do that.
edible, that's why they designed it for little kids.
Edible?
We get everything to look at it.
I wouldn't need it.
yeah, but a cupcake is hard.
Yeah.
So, of course, there's a torma have a many different. Like it's called the Nanduru, the Chakrasamvara torma there. That's a more like mandala, deity himself. And then another one's called the Butur. Butur means the offering torma. It's a food. Torma have lots of different things.
So is this the tournament that's taken out?
This is the torma talking about the we like offering and taking out.
Okay.
Does the inner offering have to be alcohol?
This is a high yoga tantra. High yoga tantra, they require of the alcohol most of the time, but it's just like for us, I think maybe better not use too much alcohol.
Like maybe tea?
Yeah, if you maybe use juice, I think it's better. Because alcohol is only can use someone who control their mind. So basically, this all high yoga tantric actually who can do is the practitioner above the 8 bhumi. Other than that, you only can do is a visual one. You cannot do actually one. Any of those.
What bhumi is it you can walk through walls? Isn't that like the first one?
I think from the first you can walk through the wall. Once
Okay,
you
so if
realize
can't
that
walk
it
through the
is-
walls, then you should be.
yeah, but it's above the 8 bhumi. It's a particularly because above the 8 bhumi, they are free from afflictive emotion, completely free from afflictive emotion. They have a direct realization of the one-tasteness. So then they are okay. Anything has become one taste for them. So other than that, this is, just only visually. Visual?
Visual?
Yeah, visually, all those for empowerment and those is only visually, like receiving the nectar. We just talk about those. So this is not for regular people. It's really dangerous, you mislead. Then above the eighth bhumi, and Himachal said, then the yogi should drink alcohol to become the strength of their wisdom.
So once you start walking through walls, you can start drinking.
Yeah.
But that's only.
That's the first one.
Then when police stop, you can walk straight on the line. No problem. Arrange the inner offering, the Vaja bell, and the Torma. So this inner offering is also front of you. Need the Kabbalah with the feel of a nectar. That's later we will see when using them. Then he has an incidentally appearance of the form of a co-emergent transcendent concrete, Chakrasamvara. First you become a Chakrasamvara. Then you blessing the first is called the blessing the nectar. And second is blessing the Torma and offering to the Torma for the spirit. So that one is it.
Are you using a Boomba to bless it or just the?
Yeah. You can use the Pumbaa to bless it, but this first is a blessing your here. First one is a blessing the skull cup with the nectar. And the second one is again repeat that one. And second one is a blessing with the Torma, that they call the spirit Torma, you know. And you recite this one. But I think regular people practitioner, you don't need to go to those. You can start from here. You can start from here. Page 12, middle say, purifying the offering. So purifying the offering is from the state of the emptiness arising from which the resin skull carb, which is the containing the whom the syllable melt into become the inconceivable offering of the cloud of the in undefiled nature essence of the verify the desirable feature in the appearance, then this is Vaja Arkam Ahu. So this Arkam as a talking about the water for drinking, Padyan is a talking about the water for washing feet, and in here, Chakrasamvara, there's a 4 water. And Arkam Padyan, Enzamana. Enzamana is a water for Sandal. She says, oh, Enzamana is a water for a sprinkle. We do that, yeah?
Sprinkle.
Sprinkle, yeah, for the Dharma. And Prakyana. Enzamana is a water for the washing mouth. Prakyana is a sprinkle, you know.
Yeah.
Om Baza Arga Aho, Om Baza Badya. Enzamana Om Baza Prakyana. Yeah, Enzamana is talking about the water for washing mouth. Prakyana as a sprinkle water. So Mudra is also like this. Argam is the same. Padyam is this way. This is called water for the washing feet. And Enzamana, I think they do like this, yeah. It's just changed a little bit.
Yeah, they just changed.
Yeah. And then which is this is also kind of a conscious water for washing mouth. And Prakyana as like a sprinkle. There's 4 water in the Chakrasamvara practice. So Then the rest is the same as a push, push one to from alokam, candy, niviti, shata. So here so you see the one thing you should noticing is that push pump. You see the push pump, two pump. So this one is I will tell you later. So they come, sometimes come to push way, you see this one, so that's different. So push pump means that just directly talking about the flowers. When you see the push way, it's talking about the female goddess, goddess flower, flower goddess. So that's a little bit different in the Sanskrit language. And one thing is that one, two things is here is a blessing. So that way said, Om Basa Arkam Ahum. The blessing by the Vajra body, Vajra speech, Vajra mind. So and when you do the Om Basa Arkam Ahum, the blessing mantra, you will never do this sleep, this one. This is only you do when you offering. When you're doing the blessing, you just say Om Baza Arga Ahu, Om Baza Badi Ahu. You don't do the snake. Anytime you see Ahu ending, it's always the blessings. The part of this offering, this outer offering, when you see ending with the Om Baza Arga Ahu, if you say Om Baza Arga Purdisa Soha, it means that offering, then you have to do the snake. This is a sign of please take.
So ahong, yes or no?
Ahu no.
Yeah.
Yeah, ahu no. Anytime you see ahu, no. According to the Gyalwang Kunga Benjo, one of the Drupaji great master, his commentary, he said, this is different. Because in the Vajrayana, you have to go through the mantra, mudra, samadhi together. So mudra is a sign language. I think one of the earliest sign languages is a Vajrayana mudra. So this Om Bata Aga Ahu. Then we don't do this one. Just only do this sign of a water, conscious sign of a water, and a sign of a flower like incense, and those all is but without using ahu.
So this text doesn't have the guitar?
That's the offering goddess.
That's come later. Yeah.
So, Empola, I have a question. With this practice, Chakrasamvara,
Yeah.
what is the best time to practice this? Is it during full moon or first in new moon? Because if we do this every day, we will not do anything anymore except praying. It's like
It's a
in
lot
back.
lots of people do Chakrasamvara as a Guru Day and Vajrayogini as a Dakini Day. Lots of people do that. So because Guru Day is called the Daga Day, and the Vajrayogini Day is Dakini Day. I mean that's Dakini Day. So waxing moon, 10th day, and the waning moon's 10th day.
But you suggest the short practice it
Yeah.
is. You do the short one, not the whole thing of this.
Yeah, this is whole thing's one practice. Start
From the beginning.
yeah. Not from the beginning. If you don't have time, you can start from here.
What page can?
No, I mean, you have to start from the page 10. Page 10. After the page 10, the one line, you can skip other two blessings. So you said in the incidental appearance of form of the co-emergent transcendent congruent. Then you can jump to the page 12. It's a purifying the offering.
Let's go for refuge.
Then refuge comes next one. after the blessing of the offering, then refuge here. So this is all the blessing of all the offerings. So why we do the offering blessing is because before offering you must bless. Otherwise, other spirit come, they will enjoy it before you actually done the offerings. So there's a two way to bless. When you morning arranging, put in water, immediately you should bless Ramyam Ka Omao, Ramya Ka Omao. Immediately, just sprinkle over the water a little bit and just do that one. So they said, if you bless before you offering to the actual deity, other spirit cannot enjoy that. So you must bless. Then, of course, that is the short bless. Just sprinkle the water, say Ramyaka Omahu, Ramyaka Omahu. But then, of course, a long way to you can bless like this.
Yun pala.
Yeah.
Getting the water to your container, is it correct if you want to purify the water from the faucet where you get your water for the offering? You do purification, and then after that, when you pour it in the bowl, you make these blessings when you pour it in the bowl. But before putting it in the bowl, you get it from the faucet, of course, in the container, and you want to visualize you purify that water before offering it to the bowl. Is that
I
correct?
think first is not offering. We want to put it, it's called arranging.
Arrange.
Yeah, when you put it in the bowl, it's called arranging. Yeah, so once you arrange, you can purify it. Yeah, this is not offering. When lots of time when we're putting water in the bowl, we think that's offering. It's just putting them there. Like what you do when you come, you have a guest, first put food in the plate, then bring food and put on there. Then the guests start eating. So you have to arrange in front of the deity all the offering object. So this is basically it's called the arranging the object offering.
What part of Ram Yam Kam Home is the fan?
When you start,
Once you put the, like for example, you put the water.
Well, I mean, when you're using the pompa, when do you use the,
Yeah,
is that on Ram Yam Kam?
yes, you use the Ramya Ka Omahu.
But isn't it like Oma home with the part that actually sprinkles the water, and then Ram Yam Kam with the fan?
No, first Ramya Ka.
And that's with the fan, or that's with the,
Ramya Ka have three. Ram, fire, Yam, wind, Kam, water. So actually, if you want to be really, what called the,
precise?
correct.
accurately, how you visualize it, is when you say Ram, fire comes, burn out all the impure things, burn. Okay, burn and then all the impure things burn from the fire. Then wind comes, wind blow away all the ashes, the burn one. Wind, then water comes, wash away all the offering, now become totally pure. So through this mantra of Ram Yam Kam perform. So you see,
It's right over here. Can we get them?
yeah, right up there, you have three things. Normally, if you really elegantly want to do, then there's three things.
Well, I meant the motion that you made.
Yeah, so that way I'm saying, you see.
When you got the boom on you go like this.
We just do this like spontaneously. It's just Bumba and hold Ramyanka Oma or Ramyaka
Oh,
Oma.
you don't have to wave the fan? I thought you had to wave the.
Then paint to the next one. But if you do, these three. Blessed by the first is a fire.
Wow.
This is the fire. You do the fire. Yeah. Then wind. The water, sorry. Then water sprinkle. Like that. Then the fan is a wind. sorry, no. First fire, then wind, then water.
Is the water, okay.
Yeah, that's the water.
So if you do it every day offering Kempo, is the incense would be okay?
Yeah.
Bring
So what you can do is every day at the home, if you cannot make like this detail, you should have a boomba
That's,
This
The
water.
book was this.
like this.
Ah.
So you do it this way. Give me that. Once you put the overall object arranged from the mandala, first you do this way. Ramya ka oma or Ramya ka oma or Ramya ka oma. Then you can fence as a wind. Then later burn the incense again. Incense do Ramya ka oma Ramya. Then that's you can do that.
If I don't have that Kempo,
It's okay.
it's okay,
Yeah.
only the
Yeah.
incense.
Yeah, you do the incense, and actually you can, you can have it like he did, some kind of flower or something, and ties the water, slide, what called that, little bit, touch drops, and just a ram yanko.
so the 3 sticks, but isn't that homemade? Can you make one, if that's homemade, can you
Yeah.
just make one yourself?
It's all homemade.
Details are nice.
So this, sometimes people think, oh, those are not necessary. Most important is in practice. Those are not necessary. Actually, this is all part of the practice. But for the beginner, need all the detail, elegant. Lots of time people say, oh, those is just wasting your time. Not necessary, just practice.
There's a reason why every human society has rituals. There's a reason behind it.
Yeah, ritual is a kind of like you have to, the Buddhism said, Wombo Robert Chow, especially, superior intellect one need, detail ritual. Because every ritual, every single part of the ritual is a part of the, what called laga. If you're really bad with a carpenter, you don't need too many tools. You need only few tools like saw, hammer, that's good enough for you. But if you're really good carpenter, you need every single tool to make the perfection. So if you're a lousy practitioner, you don't need too much. Just say meditate. But if you really want to practice it, elegantly, then you need to learn all details. Make sense? So those are actually necessary. Every single ritual perform have a deep meaning part of your practice actually. Is it related to your practice? Yeah, not just only minds. So all the ritual item is the same as a carpenter's tool. When you're liking one tool, you're liking one perfection. Of course, then some people, it may disturb their mind. Not hard to absorb, hard to, what call this? Hard to
Comprehend.
Integrate.
yeah, so then it's better not to, because it makes your mind disturbed. You don't want that.
Yeah, there are certain things that are complicated that may have made sense or make sense in Tibetan that don't make sense or I don't understand in English, like the 5 meats and what they represent. I have no idea what they represent. So I make my own meaning up. I don't know if that's good or bad, but there's certain things I don't even, I've asked 7 teachers, I got 7 different answers. None of them made sense.
So 5 meat and 5 nectar, one thing I can say is, according to the Indian custom, all them are unedible or like something that you cannot regularly drink. Make sense? This is like a doctor know how to make it from poison to medicine. Many ancient medicine have a poison, including to the recent Western medicine like chemotherapy. It has poison. It has poison. But if you know how much you can use, when you use, it become a medicine. How you use. So those, meat and nectar, those are, you have to be skillful and you have to be, understandable to transform them from the uneatable to, it's edible. Make sense?
Yeah.
Then, yes, you can enjoy them. So I think, other than that, I don't think so. There's really like a really deep meaning of something that is why I have to be those specific, those animals.
Thank you.
Those animals are there in the like elephant, horse, dog, human, cows. If you went in India, nobody eat their meat.
Right.
So now you are powerful enough to transform that kind of awful, disgusting things to the feast offering. Then you are wonderful.
Okay, thank you.
But you cannot say, "Oh, I'm using nectar and drink alcohol." You don't need to transform. Anyone can drink that. Make sense? But then if I saw one Indian guy, he's drinking urine of the cow. Really, he lived that way. So I'm sure he has some kind of power to transform that one. Otherwise, So that is what nectar mean. When in the nectar, there's no alcohol actually. Brain, urine, feces, and the male and females.
Right.
Yeah, those are called the five nectar.
Well, Muhammad told eight of his disciples to drink camel urine to cure parasites.
Kill parasites.
So for example.
So those is, if you don't understand, then you become a misunderstand. So that way in the Vajrayana, just keep us up.
All right, that's good enough. We can
Yeah.
move on. I get stuck.
Well, we haven't got this up. Maybe.
Okay, so we just go to the offerings better. Then here's now it's come to the after the blessings. Like this is a blessing, is it like you just prepare everything. Before the start the practice. I mean, before you do the practice, you have to you set up the altar, yeah. So all this is a preparation of part of that. Now actually practice start from the taking refuge. So refuge and bodhicitta. Say in the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, I take refuge unceasingly. In the yogins, secret mantra and the Gini, so all the verse and the variety.
Viras and Virginia.
Viras and Virginia who provide the three spirit, I take refuge unceasingly. So here, two difference. First one is I said, Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Just common refuge, Buddha Dhamma Sanghas. Buddha as a teacher, Dhamma as a teaching, Sangha as a community. We need them. Without that relying on those three, we cannot reach to the enlightenment. Make sense? Yeah. So that is the common refuge. Then the second one is said, yogi, sacred mantra, and Dakini. So this is specifically in the mandala of the Chakrasamvara. Yogi here talk about the Chakrasamvara. Chakrasamvara himself as a Buddha. And Chakrasamvara have a mantra. We have a root mantra, essence mantra, and a very essence mantra. Those mantra is all the dharma. So that way, after the yogin said sacred mantra is talking about the root mantra, essence mantra, very essence mantra. Yeah, those are the dharma. And then Dakini like 4 Dakinis. It's called Sangha. The 4 Dakinis are Sangha. So
Are these different than the 3 roots?
now
Are these different than the 3 roots? It's like,
it's a little bit different because 3 root we call the root of the blessed guru. Here's not talking about the guru. So here's 3 those Chakrasamvara as a yogin, as a Buddha, mantra, sacred mantra as a dharma, and the Dakini as a Sangha. It's a bit specific in the Chakrasamvara Tantra. This is specific Chakrasamvara Tantra, especially in the Chakrasamvara, according to Chakrasamvara Tantra, that's to talk about.
okay.
And the Vira and the Virani who provide the 3 spheres. What is the 3 spheres? According to the Chakrasamvara Tantra, they said there's 24 places, sacred places. Those 24 sacred places are 3 layers. One is underground, one is on the ground, one is above. So they are called the 3 spheres. Why? Because the 3 spheres talk about the body, speech, mind. Underground is called the body chakra. Above ground, on the ground is called the speech chakra. And above the ground, on the space, is called the mind chakra. So these 3 chakra, this holy sacred, 24 holy sacred is divided into 3 different. So those Dakini, Daka and Dakini, abiding on those 3 spirit is called the 3 chakra of the body, speech, mind of the Dakinis, Daka and Dakini, who abiding on those 3 places. Sawa Kuikoro, Sade Sungikoro, Sala Tujikoro. So this is the 3 spheres talk about the sometimes you can call that 3 wheel, and all the 3 3 mean the 1 3 is body, speech, mind. This is just but specifically Chakrasamvara Tantra. They divide it into 24 holy sacred into the 3 places. Below the ground, on the ground, above the ground. So I mean, we know that lots of beings live underground. Yeah, lots of beings in the surface of the ground, and many beings live on above the ground. So based on that way the 3 spheres, I mean the body, speech, mind, mandala of the Chakrasamvara.
That makes it immense.
Yeah. So like in Tibet also 3 places, Mount Kailash, Lapchi, Zari. It's called the 3 place of the Chakrasamvara, 3 mandala of the Chakrasamvara, body, speech, mind. Body as a Mount Kailash, speech as a Lapchi, and mind as a Zari. Mind chakra. So you can say, below above and above, on and above, or you can say the Dagini who abide in the Mount Kailash, Lapchi, and Tsari. Those are the three separate of the Chakrasamvara's mandala of the participant mind. I think either ways, basically it's talking about the Vera and the Viranis mean the Daga and Dagini who abide. Because why this is a talk about the who abide is most of Daga and Dagini, they don't have really like a residential. Except few places they have like a every day they have a gathering, and particularly on the Daga and Dagini day, they gather on the place. Most of the time they are wandering. They are spirit, so they not stay on one place like we. They don't have that kind of address, residential, the spirit. But they gather a certain time on a particular area. So like a Mount Kailash, Lapchi, Zari, those are the special holy site because they gather on that occasion of like a Daga day or Dagini days. So that way we do this like a, Western know as a Gurubachi day and Dagini days. That day they gather together in a specific area. So one of those well-known three sites is Tsari, Lapchi, Gangri. Mount Kailash, where's Kinjarabuchi? I mean, the Kailash and the Lapchi and the Tsari, where's Kinjarabuchi born? Those three holy sites. It's specifically called the Dagini gathering place. So those that is talked about. So either way, below ground, above ground, and on ground, or you can say Tsari Lapchi Gangri.
So dakinis are wisdom beings? What are-
There's a two type of dakinis. One is an ordinary dakini, like they are really sometimes they are really evil. A lot of them are come as a human form also, but they are really dangerous. If you make them upset, you have to pay. They can harm you really badly, so many ways. And there's a wisdom dakinis. This is talking about the wisdom dakinis.
Kembala,
Yeah,
when you say human dakinis, how would you know they are human dakinis?
because there's a lot of women have that kind of supernatural power. They can harm you. I don't know, Western, you call the witches, yeah?
Yeah.
Similar. The witches is a dakini, actually. And there are lots of story in kind of that way. We have a lady, our hometown. When she comes, she needs something. She comes to request. If we don't give her, if she upset, sometimes even lots of bad things happen in the house immediately. Yeah, some have really power like that. Some kind of I don't know. I think Western they call the witches, yeah.
Which is the
Yeah, so those actually they call the ordinary dakinis. So these days, when people say somebody call you dakini, always say you think the positive. Not necessarily always a dakini means the nice word.
And that they're very pretty.
Yeah. And historically, dakini are not that pretty.
So they're like energetic beings?
Yeah, this is some are a form of human, but a lot of them are spirit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the wisdom ones are to help us.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
help guidance,
yeah,
help us
like-
cut our afflictions.
yeah, like Achi,
Yeah.
like Vajrayogini. And yeah, many of them manifest as that way. Wisdom techniques.
Like friends.
They become enlightened. Then manifest as a form of a spirit to help sentient beings.
But there's some ordinary dakinis that are benevolent, right?
What is the benevolent?
Good.
Good.
Good, good.
Kind.
Of course, if they're happy, yes, it's like human, When you're friendly, they're really helpful.
Just don't cross them.
Yeah,
Like Mother Teresa in India,
Yeah.
is she a Dakini?
This is a lot of people asking me, is she Bodhisattva? I cannot give that answer. Like so that way the Guinea is the same way, but she is an extraordinary human being. That's all I can say. She's like really, really extraordinary. She did something that lots of human beings cannot do. You don't have to be Dagini or something, as long as you become someone like that. Doesn't matter you have a title of Dagini or not, you are wonderful,
I think
These days, there are lots of namely Dagini and they're not so good.
I think it was a very ordinary bikini. She beat those kids mercilessly.
Yeah, she,
Good.
there is some.
And
controversy.
she starved them. She refused to allow any hugging. She said, if you hug a baby of 1 month old, you teach him sex at 1 month of age. She was not a good person.
She's controversial.
Mother Teresa.
She's.
That's the problem in the samsara, always have two sides. And also how we see. Human, some people see only good side, some people see only bad side. Even there's no bad, they create their emotionally, the bad, so I don't know. So best way, what you can say is she was extraordinary, she did something that lots of people cannot do. We should rejoice with that, just see that part. Because sometimes this is a society, our human society problem, especially nowadays. Somebody did whole life serve wonderfully. One mistake, destroy everything. That's not fair.
They get canceled.
Huh?
They get canceled. Canceled.
Cancelled.
It's called cancel culture.
Yeah, so like,
Cancelled.
yeah, so I mean, everyone have, downside. You cannot just only think about that one. If you just only focus on the what not good part on someone, you only see that part. And human naturally, I think we only remember the bad part. So one example, let's say, like a really cold area, before the calendars, how they counted the years. Cold area, how they count the years. They count winter. Because the winter is the harshest. Yeah. But when you go to the typical area like India, they count the summer. Because the summer is the harshest. Look at the Buddha's life. He said this many summer he stay in this place. This many summer he stay in this place. Only remember the summer because summer is the hardest. But then if you go to some cold place, they only remember the winter. So they count as a year as a winter. So we only remember the bad part easily. But when it comes to the good part, we don't remember, yeah? So we should have to be fair to remember both. So don't go extreme way. Okay, so this is the refuge. So there's another Chakrasamvara Tantra for the Nyeji Gyulama. From there to Bodhicitta, as I said, accomplishing the purpose of the all sentient being, I will become the Hiruka and establishing all sentient being in the supreme state of Hiruka. So this is the bodhicitta. To benefit of sentient being, you want to become a Hiruka. Hiruka means the complete Buddha. Talk about here, state of the Chakrasamvara, which is the like a complete enlightened beings. So that is a bodhicitta. Lots of times said in the Tibetan we call the bodhicitta have a two aspect mind. Two aspect mind? Two set of mind or two aspect mind? Yeah, two aspect mind. One is the compassion toward to the sentient beings, and second is a devotion toward to the enlightened. So you want to be benefit of sentient beings, you want to become enlightened. That is what is bodhicitta. So that way, lots of people asking me, is Jesus Bodhisattvas? It's difficult to say because their paths are different. Bodhisattva have to be Buddhism, have to believe in the Buddha. So you want to become a Buddha for benefit of sentient beings. If somebody is doing, lots of people saying somebody doing like Mother Teresa, someone do some wonderful things, are they Bodhisattva? Just being compassion is not, cannot say Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva have specific character. The specific characters is a true aspect of the mind. So that is to make the Bodhisattva as a little bit different than just having kind heart. Make sense? So they have a specific goal. Make sense? Like kind heart means just help whatever they need. Food, clothes, shelter, whatever need. But this is not that way. This is specific goal. The blessing of the aggregate element and sense source is visualized on the protection sphere. So, Dharma practitioner, we face a lot of challenge with the obscurations. So how do we protect from that? Is it with the spirit protection spheres, willable protections. So here is non-dual promoted wisdom. So meaning of the Shir Hiruka is the Chakrasamvara name. So that is talking about the Shir mean the non-dual wisdom. He is mean the emptiness of the cause and so forth. Ru is the uncompounded, and the Ka is the nowhere abiding. The meaning of the Shir Hiruka. This is so that is basically called the purity of our mind. So this purity of the mind as the meaning of the Shir Hiruka as a bridge to the state of the non-abiding wisdom. When you stay on the mind, on the state of the non-abiding wisdom, and that's the purest. There are no concept, there are no delusion, there are no ignorance. Because sometimes people think, stop thinking, say, meditation. Stop thinking is not meditation. Stop thinking is ignorance. Lots of animals can do that. Make sense? So meditation is not about the stop thinking. Meditation is about free your mind from the non-abiding state. Free mind from the abiding.
Yes.
Yeah. Eternal and then nihilism. Eternalism and nihilism. Free mind from that. That's called the non-abiding. So what is the non-abiding? According to the Chakrasamvara name, and you said it's like a Shri, basically it's non-dual wisdoms. Hiruka means that he is emptiness, and Ru as a uncompounded, and Ka as a nowhere abiding means that not in the samsara, not in the nirvana. When you go to beyond that, that is actually true nirvana is the beyond that. Because it's beyond your imagination, beyond your concept. Ultimate nature must be beyond your concept. Make sense? So that way, when you stay on that state of the mind, that is the purest mind you can stay. So that way called the purity of the mind. This one. Then said, I'm glorious Hiruka, the cause of benefit and happiness for all the sentient beings. So you transform into the Vajra. The Hiruka Chakrasamvara is called the purity of the body. Purity of the body, as you transform to the Chakrasamvara. Then it says Hirukaham. It's the same meaning of we describe as the beauty of the mind. And this text doesn't have the mantra. Actually, other texts have this mantra of that is you visualize on your tongue. You know, 3 layering of this mantra 3 times. That is called the beauty of the speech. So through this, meditating on the non-abiding wisdom, purify your body, purify your mind, meditating, you transforming your own body as a Chakrasamvara, purifying your speech, and recitation of the alphabet and consonant,
Yes.
the mantra, purifying your speech. So this is through this way to purify. Then the wheel of protection, I think we'll talk tomorrow because it's a little bit too detailed. We start tomorrow morning, yeah?
Yes, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m.
Wheel of protection. Start from the wheel of protection. We stop today here. So this is maybe you may think, oh, this is taking too much time on from the beginning part of the text. Why is it wasting time like that? But it's all the preparation. Like when you're cooking, actually cooking is only take for the half hour, maybe like 10 minutes. 10 minutes, actually cooking is only maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But what take most is preparation. You know, sometimes any comes here, they stay whole night preparation. But actually cooking is only like 1 hour. They're done. So preparation have to more you prepare, you become a better. Your preparation does not take time, and you never get that. So the reason this all the preliminary is the most important. If your preliminary practice is not well, you will never become a good practitioner. There's shortage. Like we have a common preliminary practice, meditation on the precious human body, meditation on the impermanent, meditation on the karma, meditation on the suffering of samsara. If you don't meditate on the truly precious human life, you will never recognize your own value. If you don't recognize your own value, you never will utilize that. By understanding of the precious humanness, you will understand your own value. If you don't know the value, then you cannot distinguish a rock and a diamond. If you know the value, it's a huge difference. Make sense? So by meditating precious human body, you will recognize your own value, what you can become. Then meditation on the second one is a meditation on the impermanent. If you don't understand the impermanent, you have no chance to understand the emptiness. Impermanent is the preparation of the meditation on the emptiness. Yeah?
Yeah.
If you understand that you don't understand the faults of samsara, you never have a pure loving kindness compassion. Only you have a bias, attachment, compassion. But if you understand the truly faults of samsara, you don't need to meditate the compassion. Compassion come to you. Make sense? So those preliminary, when we not really spend time to absorb them, then our practice become lots of shortage. So this reason, those preparations, for me, I think this is important. Maybe some people may not see that. Advanced one, they don't see that one. I'm really not advanced. I'm really beginner. So I really like those focusing on the preliminary things.
You one time gave an analogy of building a palace on an ice lake.
Yeah,
It's a good metaphor.
yeah.
Hmm.
Or just building with no foundation.
Hmm.
Like if you walk to the stupa, you see those two lions. Always if it lay on the side. Because they have no foundation. No matter how much I try to correct, it never stays that way.
Um,
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.